Adams, your host for the evening, as we stand up for live comedy. Bloody happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me, Bristol. It's lovely to be here. Bristol is a fantastic city, isn't it? Yeah. It's excellent. Bristol is famous for some stuff. I don't know if you know this. Hot air balloons. Yeah. Banksy. Yeah. And pushing rubbish statues in the river. Now, I don't want to be a complete hero, but I've got to tell you something. In July 2001, when I left school and I was absolutely off my tits on Buckfast, I too tried to drag that thing into the river. I think it was the concoction of Tipex thinners and the Buckfast that really stopped that. If you don't know what Buckfast is, it's basically a tonic wine that's made from monk's tears and stray dog piss. It's very popular on the West Country festival/homeless scene. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to let you know something. Us comedians, we have been locked in just like you for 7 months. So you imagine, we normally do this like, 4 or 5 times a week. Well, some of us do. I'm actually, no, that's not true at all. It's a really irregular job, actually. I'll be honest, it was much better when I worked at Asda. I got sacked for eating a prawn wonton off the fish counter. That's a true story. So great to see you out and about. It's probably nice to see people that are not on your doorstep in it, clapping for the NHS. Did we all do that? Yeah. I loved clapping for the NHS. It was really, I got really emotional every time I did it. And do you know what? I took it one step further. I clapped for the NHS, I wanked for Wuhan, and I turned a blind eye to Prince Andrew. Do you know this is like being transmitted to the rest of the world? Like, this is basically our time to show the rest of the world what we're like, This could be like a tourist board advert, Come to Bristol, we're not racist anymore. And it's an excellent accent as well, isn't it? It's so great. Right, I'll do something with you now. What I want you to do is show off these dulcet tones, even if you don't have them. Go on, be racist. I want you to say these words after me. Are you ready for it? Sherbert dip dab. Harpsichord. Fingered. That's a great one, isn't it? Even though I'm away from Bristol and I'm away from the West Country, I do keep abreast of the local news. In fact, I'm going to hark your mind back to 2017, because in 2017, I read that Bristol had an earthquake. And I did say earthquake with an F. Do you remember it? Yeah? I wasn't in Bristol at the time, but I went on the BBC West Facebook page to have a look at where all the Bristolians were when the earthquake struck. Because earthquakes don't happen here. So what I did is I wrote down some of the things that people said, because I thought they were great. One woman said, "The coffee in my mug trembled." So I looked out of the window. Now, I don't know what she was expecting to see when she looked out of that there window. A T-Rex on its way to Bristol Temple Meads. It was a 4.4 tremor, not Jurassic Park, your bell end. There was a lady called Sue who said, "Thought there was a gas explosion. I nearly went next door." I don't know what has to happen for Sue to go next door. But you better hope her neighbours aren't as stupid as her, otherwise they end up in each other's houses wondering what's going on. And then there was this one, which was my... I laughed for a while at this one. This woman wrote, "Well, they say when there's an earthquake that you need to get under tables. But me and Kev, we were in DFS and they don't do tables." Do you know where that attitude comes from? Bristol! Now, are you ready for your first act of this evening?